All right, so today we're going to continue with surface area and volume, but this time it's going to be of a cone. All right, so I'm going to be of a cone. So cool thing about cones is we're not going to have to figure out like area and perimeter, but you are going to have to remember to use pi. Remember in our class, pi is 3.14. So again, we're going to have volume here. And we're going to have surface area. And don't worry, this formula will be given to you on the test. It'll also be given to you on exit tickets. It'll be given to you pretty much everywhere. All right. So we know that we need to look for a couple of pieces here. So we have R for radius. And it's just important to remember that the radius is just half the distance from the center of the circle to going outside to the outside of it. Our height again is going to be on the inside of the circle, and our L slant is again going to be on the outside or inside of the cone. Our slant is going to be on the outside of the cone. So here's where calculators really help, because trying to do 3.14 in equations is just tricky. So now we're looking for volumes. Let's go ahead and get our formula. Bam, looking for my formula for volume. 1/3 pi r squared h. 1/3 pi r squared h. Well, so we need to figure out what our r is and what our h is. We know that our h is the height on the inside, so that's 15. And remember, r is just half the circle. If you did the whole line across, that'd be the diameter, and that's not what we want. We want the r. And then we're just going to plug in. All right, so I'm just going to plug in. Well, for starters, I'm going to plug in 3.14 for pi. R squared will be 8 squared, and that's going to be times 15. All right, and if you were, I'll do what I can do in my head. So we're up 64, 15, and you literally just write this in Desmos as is. I'm doing it on my personal calculator because it's a little bit faster for me. And we will get 1004.8 meters cubed because we're looking for volume. Oops. All right, now we are looking for surface area. So the first thing I want to do is go get my formula. All right, surface area is kind of long. Pi r squared plus pi r L. So we have pi r squared plus pi r L, or slant. Again, we're just going to look for our pieces of information. First thing I notice is I don't need the height. So don't even let that trip you up. Here's our L. And second thing I notice is that this 28 right here is the whole line. All I want is half. So you have to do a little bit of mental math to make sure that we're good with our R. All right, so we have our two pieces. We're just going to go ahead and plug them in. And remember, I'm going to go ahead and put 3.14 for pi. R squared will be 14 squared plus 3.14 for pi times 14 again times 50. So really, this isn't even math. Like, I mean, it's math for sure, but it's not really like doing anything crazy. You're just finding the pieces and plugging them in. All right, so if I do this little section here first, I get 615.44. And if I do the next set, I get, geez Louise, these are going to be some big numbers. I get 2,198, 2,198. And I'm just going to add these together. And my final answer will be 2,813.44. This will be meters squared, right? Squared because it's surface area. All right, let's see if I can remember the volume formula. Nope. 1/3 pi r squared h. 1/3 pi r squared h. All right, again, I noticed that this is my diameter. What I really want is just the radius. All right, so that looks like it's going to be 6.5 because that would be 13 divided by 2. Should be 6.5. All right, so that's my radius. And I know that my height is gonna be 32. I know it looks like it could be the slant, but if they only give you these numbers, they're definitely gonna always give you what you can use to solve. So don't read too far into it. And I would get 3.14 times 6.5 squared times 32. And again, you just throw that in your calculator. And what you'll get is 1,415. And it's got an ugly decimal at the end of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop there and say that it's cubed. All right, surface area of a cone again, surface area. Pi r squared plus pi r L, pi r squared plus pi r slant. Surface area, pi r squared plus pi r L, pi r squared plus pi r L. All right, something I noticed is I don't need the height. They give me my radius, which is nice, and they give me my L, which is nice. So I don't have to do a lot of work here. It's just plugging in and letting the calculator do the work. All right, so that's going to be 3.14 times 10 squared plus 3.14 times 10 times 24. All right, and you plug this in. If I do this little piece right here, I get 314. And then I get 753.6. Add those together, and you get 1,067.6 centimeters squared because it is surface area. All right, again, surface area. So surface area was pi r squared plus pi r slant. And here we're looking for volume, which is pi r squared times height. Volume equals pi r squared times height. I feel like there was a third there that I missed. And there was. All right, so we have 1/3 pi r squared times height. All right, so let's do this volume one real quick. All you have to do is you're just looking for pieces. You purchase an ice cream cone, I don't care. The cones have a radius of 33 centimeters, so r equals 3. And a height of 6. That's it. I got all the pieces I need. How much ice cream can you put in the cone? All right, cool. Let's go. Oh, this is our centimeters. So we're just going to plug in our numbers. 1/3, 3.14. Radius is 3 squared times our height of 6. So that equals 1/3 times 3.14 times, let's see, this would be 9. 9 times 6 would be 54. All right, and if we just go ahead and multiply, we just go ahead and use our calculator for the rest, we would see that we could fit 56.52 cubic centimeters of ice cream in our cone. All right, last but not least, Cindy wanted to cover up the cone-shaped bottle with fabric. The bottle cone had a radius of 1 inch, so that's cool. And a height of 2.5. But do we need a height? No, we need the slant. But he gives it to you there very explicitly, right? So we know that the radius is 1, which is nice. It's a nice, easy number to work with. And the slant is 3.5. Let's just start plugging in what we got. All right, so we know it's going to be 3.14 times 1 squared plus 3.14 times 1 times 3.5. This is a very small cone-shaped device. All right, well, I can do some pretty easy math here. 1 squared is 1, and 3.14 times 1 is just 1. And then I don't know what 3.14 times 3.5 is. It looks like it's 10.99. Let me just add those together, and we get 14.13. And these are going to be inches squared because we're looking for surface area. All right, again, we'll show you some tricks on Desmos in class, but this is the way that, you know, I know that I've done it for years. So if you have any questions, ask your teacher. Other than that, have a wonderful, wonderful day.